River cruises in Europe are amazing. Our Sun Lakes Recreation Department and Premier World Discovery have a river cruise you will not want to miss. Paris in the spring, Burgundy, and Provence. This 11-day tour leaves April 13th and returns April 23rd, 2020. The tour includes round-trip airfare from LAX, round-trip transfers from Sun Lakes to LAX, 2 nights in Paris, 7-night river cruise with outdoor cabin, 22 meals, including 9 breakfasts, 6 lunches, 7 dinners, tour and cruise manager, English-speaking ship staff, baggage handling, international air, fuel, fees, and port charges, hotel and ship transfers. For rates, please pick up a flyer in the main clubhouse lobby or contact Renee in the recreation department. The rates vary depending on cabin category and deck. There is an after-cruise 2-night extension tour to Geneva, Switzerland. The additional cost to your river cruise rate is $795 per person, double occupancy, or $1,145 for a single occupant. This fabulous tour starts off with an overnight flight to Paris, arriving the next morning. You will check into your hotel and enjoy a welcome drink with your tour manager. The next morning, after recovering from jet lag, you will enjoy a Paris city tour. You'll see what is left of the Notre Dame Cathedral after the devastating fire, and you will see the palatial facade of the Louvre. Then in the afternoon, you are on your own for leisure time or to explore Paris. Or take advantage of an optional tour to Versailles. If you have never experienced the opulence and majesty of Versailles, this is your chance. You will overnight in Paris. The next morning, you will travel to Dijon via motor coach. Enjoy a Dijon walking tour. And yes, Dijon mustard originated here when Jean Dijon substituted the acidic juice of non-ripe grapes for vinegar used in the traditional mustard recipe. Many consider Dijon one of the most beautiful cities in France. You will journey next to Lyon, a city in France's historical Rhône-Alpes region. Lyon sits at the junction of the Rhône and Saône rivers and has a history dating back to ancient Roman times. It boasts some of France's oldest ancient ruins, medieval quarters, and fine Renaissance houses. Here, you will board the MS Amadeus Provence for 7 nights and enjoy a welcome dinner on board. The next day, you will dock in Mâcon, a city with a Mediterranean feel on the banks of the Saône River. This is wine country. 2/3 of the wine is white and comes from the Chardonnay grape. You will have an excursion to the Mâconnais wine region, passing through vineyards and a visit to a regional wine museum. In the afternoon, there is an optional excursion to Cluny Abbey, or you can explore Mâcon on your own. Your next port of call is Beaune. Here you will enjoy a walking tour of the walled town at the center of the Burgundy wine country. After the tour, you will enjoy tasting some of the fine wines produced in the region. In the afternoon, the ship sails to Tournes, arriving in the late afternoon. For those who choose the optional excursion to Brancion and Cormete, they will meet the ship in Tournes in the afternoon. The next morning, you will explore Chalon-sur-Saône and Tournes. Chalon-sur-Saône, a town of historic and artistic interest, is situated in the Saône-à-Loire area of the Burgundy region. Tournes, tucked away in the southeast corner of Burgundy, has a wealth of old buildings, alleyways, antique shops, cafes, and restaurants. This evening, you will sail south to Lyon. The next morning, you will enjoy a Lyon city tour. Later that day, your ship departs Lyon, sailing south to Avignon. Avignon is nicknamed City of Popes because it was home to 7 popes from 1309 to 1377. Your Avignon walking tour includes a stroll through the historic medieval village center, the picturesque Porte d'Avignon, and the Place des Horloges. You will continue to the Palace of the Popes for a guided tour through this rambling maze of Gothic architecture that served as papal residence, fortress, church, and palace. Afternoon optional excursion to Pont du Gard and Uzès. You will arrive the next morning in Arles. Arles is the site of some impressive Roman ruins, including Les Arènes, an arena that seats 20,000 and is still in use today. You will see Romanesque monuments, such as the Church of Saint Trophine, completed in the 15th century. Enjoy an Arles walking tour with its diverse architectural highlights. Experience the city's vibrant colors and striking quality of light that have inspired artists. An excursion is available to the Comorgue Nature Park, famous for its white horses. This day you will relax on board with a stop at Les Pouzat, a charming town on the banks of the Saône. An optional morning excursion is available to Ardèche Gorge, which is often referred to as the Grand Canyon of Europe, with its towering limestone cliffs. Enjoy a gala farewell dinner on board that night. The next morning, you will be docked in Lyon. Those flying home will be transferred to the airport for their flight home. Those who purchase the 2-night Geneva extension will travel to Annecy, France, and enjoy an Annecy lake cruise. After the cruise, you will have leisure time in this beautiful alpine village. Later, you will travel to Geneva, where you will enjoy a city tour and check into your hotel for a 2-night stay. The next day, you will travel to Montreux on Lake Geneva, visit the castle of Chillon, board the Golden Pass train to Gstaad, and then on to Gruyere, high in the Swiss Alps. There you will visit a Swiss cheese factory before heading back to Geneva for the night. The next day, you will transfer to the Geneva airport for your flight back home with a camera full of photos, bags full of souvenirs, and memories of a wonderful trip to the heart of France on the Saône River. And for those who extended their tour, Geneva, Switzerland. Book your cabin early to get the cabin of your choice. Don't wait. Cabins will go quickly. See Renee in the main clubhouse recreation department for more details or to reserve your cabin. Don't wait. Do it now.